You ever wonder why, after more than 2 decades, Harry Potter still feels so, well, magical? It's not just about the spells and the wizards. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty fascinating analysis that breaks down the secret formula behind its incredible success. So let's uncover the 5 key ingredients.
So how does a story stay magical for over 25 years? That's the big question, right? We're going to look at a source that breaks this all down from a really cool perspective, a first-time viewer. So, what are the 5 key ingredients that make this story so timeless? Let's find out.
So, what's the very first ingredient in this secret formula? You might think it's some all-powerful wizard from another dimension, right? Nope, it's a hero who is surprisingly and honestly, refreshingly human. You know, we're so used to these heroes who are just perfect. They're invincible, they always know exactly what to do. But Harry? He's the total opposite. He gets scared, he makes some huge mistakes, and he absolutely cannot succeed on his own. And our source argues that this is the key to his appeal. We connect with him because we see ourselves in his very human flaws.
And this is such a crucial point. Think about it. Harry wasn't picked because he was perfect. He was chosen in spite of his flaws. That one little shift makes his whole journey feel so much more attainable. It basically sends the message that any of us, with all our own imperfections, could be worthy of a great adventure.
All right, let's move on to ingredient number 2, the world itself. The genius of the wizarding world is that it isn't some distant fantasy land. No, it's cleverly hidden just under the surface of our own reality. See, the magic isn't off in some far-off kingdom. It's woven right into our everyday, mundane world. A secret platform hidden in a real London train station. That's not just a clever plot device. It creates this amazing feeling that magic could be just around the corner for any one of us.
And it's not just the train stations. Or how about a simple red telephone booth that acts as a secret elevator to the Ministry of Magic? It's this blending of the magical and the totally ordinary that makes the world feel so incredibly plausible, almost like you could just accidentally stumble into it on your way to work.
Okay, ingredient number 3, and this one is a big deal. It just completely shatters that classic lone hero idea we see all the time. In a world full of solo acts, Harry Potter's story is all about the power of the team.
I mean, think about it. Harry never, ever wins alone. Not once. He succeeds because he has Hermione's incredible intellect, Ron's loyalty and heart, Dumbledore's guidance, and yeah, even the sacrifices of really complicated people like Snape. His true strength isn't his own power, it's the power of the people around him.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole series, doesn't it? The most powerful magic in this entire world isn't some crazy spell you cast with a wand. It's the connections we build, the loyalty we share, and the sacrifices we're willing to make for each other.
All right, let's dig into what our source calls one of the absolute smartest decisions in the whole series. The story wasn't stuck in place. It grew up right alongside its audience.
The journey starts out as this wondrous, light-hearted adventure for kids. But as the characters and the original audience got older, the tone shifts, big time. It evolves into this dark, really complex story about war and grief and sacrifice. And get this, our source points out this really cool little detail. Did you ever notice how the Warner Bros. Logo at the very beginning of the movies gets progressively darker and more ominous with each film? It's such a subtle but brilliant way of showing the audience that the series was respecting them by maturing with them and not getting trapped in childhood.
So that brings us to the final ingredient. And you know, maybe this one's the most important of all. Because the real magic of Harry Potter, well, it isn't the wands, or the spells, or the flying broomsticks. It's something way more profound and way more personal.
Just look at the Hogwarts houses. The story isn't saying there's just one right way to be. It's telling us that all of these different traits, courage, ambition, intelligence, and loyalty, they're all valuable. It creates a world where pretty much everyone can find a place where they belong. And really, it all comes down to this single, powerful line from Dumbledore. This is the ultimate secret. It's not about your natural talents or where you came from. What makes you you is defined by the choices you make.
So in the end, the source concludes that the series' incredible, lasting success boils down to something really simple. It was crafted with genuine heart. It gave us a world we could believe in and characters we could really feel for, all built around that powerful message about choice.
And that leaves us with a pretty big question to think about, doesn't it? In our world today, what stories are being written with that same level of passion? And what are the stories that we really need to help us understand ourselves right now?